Hello and welcome to the Great Pub Tour with me, Stephen J. Holloran. I hope I found you well today. It's a bit damp this morning, but apparently it's going to get really, really warm later. So hopefully it does, because I want to sit out in my t-shirt and enjoy myself. We've got some really, really great pubs to show you today. So I'm here at the George in St Helens, the first stop on our tour today. Will not be on my own. There'll be someone joining me in a bit, hopefully when the weather improves. So you're looking really nice out there, but this is what I've gotten. It's called Junction by Wigan Brewhouse. It's a bitter session / ordinary, 3.9%. So, cheers. That's interesting. Originally named Napoleon's Retreat after Mike Harding's The Rochdale Cowboy poem, but renamed in 2015, this chestnut ale is brewed in a traditional NW style. It is an easy drinking, full flavoured bitter. It's a fruit and vanilla balanced with a resonant hop character. A very popular beer that deserves to be savoured. I tell you what, it's the taste of fruit. It's a taste of bitter that really hit the back of your throat. It is a hell of a bitter. It packs a lot in, so I think the vanilla really does balance well with the fruit. So what would I rate this? See, I've got a new gimmick I'll show you later. But if I was to rate this anything, I'd say 3.75. Cheers. Look at that. Look at the sunshine. Woohoo! See, before it was really drizzly and cold, but now the sun shines out and we've got all these other pubs to come and explore. So thank you so much to the people in the George who gave me a little bit of to chat and a little bit of look around. Apparently there's a ghost in there. That apparently flings things around, not at people, but just around. So we'll wait to see how that looks. I will come back and do a proper feature at some point. It was a nice place, so I need to give it a good scene to. But for now, I need to get to the next bit and meet the guy who's going to join me for the rest of the tour. But who's it going to be? Stay tuned in 3, 2, 1.
Look who it is!
Here they are.
What are you doing here? Well, I heard the word beer.
Yeah.
I took the call. Yeah, so this is the personal thing for us, really.
Yeah, without you, I wouldn't be doing these tours. So half the time when you come on tours with me, I want to just experience it, but this is the first point where you're joining me for the whole thing.
Well, St Helens is, I tend to refer to St Helens as the mecca. It's the mecca of real ale. See, it's all about timing.
God approves our tour. Right, continue.
But the beer here is stand out in the northwest. Unusually, it's not a city. It's a small working class
Yeah,
town.
I thought it was a city with everything that's going on with this place.
The reason why we've chosen to introduce you here is because this amazing church behind us. If you go over here, you can see the dome. So usually cities get churches or cathedrals this big. St Helens has had a very important place in the northwest industrial history in the past couple of 100 years. It doesn't really get talked about that much anymore. But the one thing that's left is the pubs that were built to supply the fellas and the ladies who made this town so important.
Absolutely.
And those pubs are where we're going today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to go and see what's left behind. And what's left behind is very good real ale.
We've actually broken it down in a very distinct way, haven't we?
Yeah, so we've decided the CAMRA district of St Helens doesn't just include the town centre, but it's one of the strongest CAMRA branches in the entire country. So we're doing the town centre today. So we're doing around 6 or 7 pubs.
Yeah.
There is more that do real ale, but we've had to be a little bit selective of the ones that we want to go to today.
Yeah.
We're not just covering the only places that do real ale like we've done in Runcorn, like that you've done in Runcorn. But today we're doing the one that we've chosen. And there is a reason for why we've chosen them, and you're going to see that today.
Yeah.
So we're doing the town centre today, and then over the next few months we're going to be doing the St Helens district, which is it's quite a wide district. You've got Earlstown, Newton the Willows, Rainhill, you've got Whiston and Rainford.
Yeah.
It's a big district. Start the Wetherspoons and then you branch out, and then we'll go and find out what's to offer.
I'm not in shot and I'm the star.
Yeah, some fancy beers.
Yeah. So, was this always part of the tour?
No, it wasn't part of the tour because we can't agree on whether or not it should be a heritage tour or a...
Oh, no. But here's the thing. You've watched my tours, haven't you, up to this point?
Yes, and we've debated after every single one of them.
Yes, we have a triage. Is that what it's called? Discussion?
Is it about the beers or is it about the pubs and their historic value, and we try and...
But I think there should be a middle ground to my tours.
Yeah.
Because every pub is different. You know,
Yes.
it offers uniqueness.
And every town/city is different.
Mm-hmm.
But then this Wetherspoon does have some significance. It's not a new building. It was a indoor market that was converted. So usually Wetherspoons, I'd say, 75% of Wetherspoons have some previous use. So they do. Some of them have quite interesting stories. This one was an indoor market. It's not bad looking.
It's pretty decent, isn't it?
It's not bad inside. It's because St Helens is a little bit special, and I guess we'll talk about that.
We've got a very good video ahead for you.
And we literally haven't finalised the list of where we were going until about 10 minutes ago. So couldn't decide because we've been trying to plan this one for a while. Well, there was going to be at least one time where I joined you, and I'm pretty sure that it was always in my mind going to be St Helens.
Well, that was a given. Yeah, that was a given because not only are you my best friend, but you're also a brewer. And I thought that was banned. Every time I do it,
no, I did both eyebrows, not the Stephen Wink.
Why? I didn't know there's a difference.
No, this is the Stephen Wink.
No, I'm not a puppet.
Oh, I've just shown the bear. I've just ruined the whole...
The optical illusion, yeah, but no. You know me, my production values are always high quality. Never any issues. Is this from a personal perspective or a brewer's perspective for Spit and Feathers? Because Spit and Feathers sponsor this podcast now. So is this like a probation period? Are you joining me to sort of make sure?
I'm just making sure that our brand isn't being shafted. I'm a brand ambassador today, so I'm just making sure that some weirdos aren't just making us look strange online.
Yeah, it's too late for that, really, isn't it?
Vale Red Kite.
Okay, Vale Red Kite. So cheers. So it says, warm toasted malt flavours create a rich bitter with a satisfying blend of chestnut and autumnal spice. Autumnal.
And autumnal spice. I'm not getting the autumnal spice massively. These glasses are great though. And the lacing's pretty good. Sticking to the glass, that's always a good sign. That means it's been cleaned well.
I was going to say, by the way, on the glass, I'm seeing that happening a lot now. They're using these sorts of glasses in Wetherspoons.
Yeah, the Witness one has it.
No. So the first thing that hits me with this, spice.
There is a bit of spice, but it's not sort of like sometimes you get seasonal beers and they're really strong in flavour.
Yeah.
To the point where you wouldn't want to drink them off through the year. It is nice.
Well, it says in the flavour profile, malty, bitter, hoppy, sweet and dark.
Yeah. Vale Macro, Buckinghamshire, so it's travelled a fair while.
Yeah.
I've had a few Vale beers before, it's pretty good. And it's from a town called Brill. So I'd say that's pretty brilliant. Well, what we'll do today is we'll make sure that we always champion the brewery. Or, although we would not like to not champion the brewery, if the beer isn't up to scratch, I guess we would say why. But by definition, the brewing in this country is so good that it should. If it's terrible, it's probably the pub's fault.
Yeah, I've noticed
There's
that.
no breweries out there who have survived the challenges of the industry up to now by brewing terrible beer. There's something that's happened between them brewing it and it being in your glass that's ended up in the beer being bad.
Yeah.
I can't think of any brewery that brews, by definition, bad beer apart from fucking Cowley and shit. The big companies make bad beer. The little guys make good beer. But this is nice. It's a good way to start.
Now,
Stephen's got an exciting...
I've got a new gimmick because I'm always looking ahead to possible avenues to adapt and grow and change. Where we go? Oh, by the way, I have got some. So this is a new gimmick. We're going to rate our beers on here, and then present them to CAMRA, and see if that. This is out of 5, is it? Because I've actually changed the way my ratings
but
are.
we do decimal. We have to follow our own decimal points.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so. This is copying me. Someone tells me we're going to be exactly the same on this.
Right, you ready?
For some reason, we just seem to have the same taste in beer now.
We shouldn't do because I like sweeter ales.
Are we doing it?
Right, 3, 2, 1. Ah.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, 3 point. Okay.
Yeah.
You do tend to be, by definition, a little bit more generous than me.
Yeah.
This is a good way of us being able to remember it.
Well, exactly.
Because I always forget.
Well,
Unless I do it
and
at
also,
this moment
I
in
don't
time.
like doing the ratings in person now. You know, on Untapped, because I'm focused on doing
Yeah,
this.
he's got an old man book with all of his tasting notes, and he's forgot it.
Forgot it. I certainly got old man's memory,
It means you're not on your phone in the pub. It's a good idea.
and that's what I
we
want
don't
to
really
do.
like to stay on our phones too much in the pub.
Well, I certainly if I'm with you, because I like to be in the moment with you. You know what I mean? And in the moment with the ale. And if I'm on my phone, fiddling about, I'm losing the moment. So are we happy with this?
We look alright in the sun, don't we?
Yeah, we look great.
Yeah, see. That's what I've got to work with.
What do you mean? I'm a joy.
Captain chats a lot.
I'm a presenter. And plus,
If it was me, I'd just be there like...
anyway, it's not about the talking.
Yeah, this tastes like this and this. It's a 3.2, right, I'm off. See you
It's
later.
not about the talking anyway. It's about the gobful. You've got a big gob.
The gobful?
Yeah, you take a bigger gobful.
If you take a bigger gobful, it touches more of the receptors in your mouth.
I know it does.
But we won't get into too much nerdy stuff.
I'm going to be less drunk this time because I've got more of an anchor point to sort of...
Yeah, has anyone noticed how drunk Stephen gets slowly on his videos and then just loses control slightly and then just ends up in some like absolute dive at the end?
Yeah, the Liverpool one, I ended up in Hooters.
Yeah, well, you know, that's because I'm not there. This time I'm going to be like, you stay.
Cheers, man. Let's get on to the next place.
Cheers.
Are you trying to control my camera now?
The Sefton. Nice looking building. Recently reopened under new tenancy, I'm told. So I think inside it might be done up. But
Yeah.
we've been told, according to the Real Ale Finder app, which is quite strong in St Helens. Quite a few pubs there that use that. It's got quite a few cask scales on. So it's relatively historic on the outside.
Yeah.
For me, I would guess early 1900s.
Oh, okay.
People want to see what the pub is.
Yeah.
So if we do a little spinny, we're in the sort of the end of the high street sort of thing.
Yeah.
You always don't know high street when you've got fucking pigeons after your pasty.
Well, now I can't earn money on the podcast.
Should we go and get a pint?
Yes, I'm gagging
Or a half pint, technically.
Oh, does? Oh,
See you later.
let's go.
The Sefton. I've never been in before, have you?
No.
I can see what they said is true about the renovation. This is clearly quite a bit of money spent on it. Nice pub.
Mm-hmm.
I would describe it as like an upmarket Wetherspoons, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
There's nice little touches that I can see.
Yeah. I love this colour. You've seen this a lot these days. It's kind of like a sort of, maybe like a Georgian sort of theme, I would say. Good selection of beers. We had five cask ale.
Yes, 5.
From national breweries. There wasn't any local ones. Or Titanic. I've got the Titanic Steerage. And you've got Abbeydale Distinction.
Yeah, is it New Zealand Pale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you also got a slight haze to it, as opposed to mine, which is... Yeah, we have a slight hiccup with the microphone. We were wearing the microphones, working brilliantly. Walked outside.
Yeah, it was just stuck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The receiver, not the mic, the receiver comes to the phone. So you might notice a little difference, but
We're working with it. We're going raw dog. We're going raw dog, just recording on the phone. Titanic Steerage passengers paid the... Sorry. Steerage passengers paid the least to travel aboard the Titanic, but still found themselves surrounded by luxury they could never have dreamed of. This beer embodies the opulence that using only the finest ingredients brings. Sit back and relax and enjoy the trip that this refreshing, clean drinking, hoppy golden bitter brings. Then let the fruit, malt, and predominantly hops carry through to the aftertaste.
it sounds like I wrote that.
See, yeah, well, these guys are like me. They'll only get to the point at the very end.
It's like yeah. It feels
There
like.
was once a boat called the Titanic.
But,
Now there's a beer
but
associated
but
with the
here's a
Titanic.
carrot.
Yeah, nice. It's
What's the flavour profile?
hoppy golden bitter. So yeah,
So it's just hoppy
malt.
fruit, you know?
Yeah, it's not got too much of a bitterness to it. It's fully clear. Got a nice weight to it as well. Oh, I'll tell you what we're not talked about yet.
Go on.
Price. So
Yeah.
how much was the price for 2 halves?
It's about four. It was 4.15 total. So
$4.50. Yeah. So now we've moved away from the $1.99 where there's been pints.
yeah.
So $4.50 for 2 halves. Around about average for a town. In cities, you're going up above £5 these days usually.
Am I able to taste that myself, and then we both give our ratings? On it?
Keep your fucking mitts off, mate. There you go.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah, we don't do things COVID safe here.
What's COVID? We're like Tweedledee and Tweedledum, aren't we? Go. What? Just
oh my god. There you go. Next.
So this from Aberdale Brewery, from Sheffield. Light and refreshing New Zealand pale, showcasing the incredible. You say it.
Nelson Sauvin. I think it's Nelson Sauvin.
New Zealand hops. Yeah. Famed for delicious citrus flavours and hints of gooseberry and white grape. Primary hop with Nelson, balanced by the additional of hops and including Amarillo, Chinook, Galaxy, Columbus, giving a crisp, bitter finish. A multi-award winner, including Champion Beer of Sheffield 2010/2011.
Oh, it's been around for a while then.
Oh yeah. So I'm going to try this. You've tried this already?
I think I had a sip. I forgot what I'm doing.
Yeah. So let's have a look. Yeah. Prefer your one.
Do you? Why is that?
It's a dull musk to that.
New Zealand hops are an acquired taste, to be honest. They've seen a resurgence in recent years. If this was brewed in 2010, they would have been amongst one of the first to use it in the UK, I would have thought. Or at least before the... It's a lot more trendy now to use New Zealand hops.
Yeah.
Because
You don't use
people
them.
are so used to American hops now, a lot of the beers are becoming very similar. So New Zealand hops are still not necessarily on a lot of people's palates. I think that's nice. It does have a muskiness to it, but
It
I think
nose a bit too much for me. I've got hay fever at the moment, so it may be heightened by that.
what I will say is though, they're both in good condition,
Yes.
well cared for, and that's, you know what, when you go to a pub that you've never been to before, and you're sat there at 11 o'clock on a Friday night, like trying to figure out whether or not it's even worth going, it's nice to be rewarded by beer that's been cared for.
Did you do CAMRA vouchers here?
That's good.
But I couldn't use it because we're in house.
Oh. The voucher's always in the card.
Either.
Okay, so if a 50p voucher would get you 50p off a pint, obviously they might say to you, well, 50p off a half is less worth it for us. I get that.
Wait,
The CAMRA cards
Yeah.
are pretty much useless.
Well, I never use it.
Yeah, they're just
Just
useless.
occurred to me.
I think there's only one place that I know of that uses it, and that's the Turks Head. But they do their own reward schemes. Yeah, we won't get into the whole CAMRA debate, but the problem is the reward scheme of the CAMRA membership is less and less part of the reason why you subscribe to CAMRA.
But isn't the whole point of CAMRA is it's a good feeling, it's a good moment, it's a movement. You're just doing it for the movement.
Yeah.
Score
Okay.
before we
So, Titanic steerage.
all right.
Bam!
Oh, I've
Okay.
gone really low.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine, that's fine.
That's average dog for me.
That's average though.
It don't.
Aberdale Deception. This is a good idea, this, by the way.
I like it. I love it.
Bam! Hey!
I knew it had to be lower than 3.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like it. This is what I love about cask and what I love about doing this stuff, because even the small things like how you're feeling really impact how it can impact your
It's a beautiful pick and mix.
What the fuck's that? You spent time doing that.
Hey!
I tell you what, shave. What do you think so far?
We're on a precursor to Brilliance. The lamb we're going next. It's creeping in.
Yeah. Love this
Well,
one.
we've been waiting to do this for a long time. We've always said to each other we want to go to St Helens.
Well, whenever we've been, because obviously I jump in and help volunteering at your place, and obviously we're working, so we can't do it.
Yeah.
So having this time to do it, it's just great.
St Helens is the prime example of a northern town that has excelled in cask ale. in the past decade or two. There are places that we could have gone to today where you just go find people who just want to go and get pissed, but that's not the drinking culture that we're looking at.
But when people see like podcasts where they're doing pub tours, and if they have crawl in the title,
They think that we're on a stag do or something.
It's a connotation.
But that's the point. It's not about the alcohol. I've always said this. It's not about the alcohol. You got to be careful if you drink the higher ABVs. But to me, it's if no alcohol beers were as good as this, it would make no difference to me. It's not the alcohol. Okay, I like to have a little buzz in my head. Forget your worries and things like that. That's the lovely part of alcohol. You can take it too far, but we like to keep it on the point where it's just like a little touch.
Yeah, look,
something.
as we've grown our friendship, we've known trial and error in our drinking habits, and there's been a lot of times where we've gone, and then gone, well, actually, no, the after effect of that means that we didn't enjoy it in hindsight.
You get into your mid-30s, you don't want a hangover, you don't want a regret of stupid shit you've said.
Or shopping trolleys down hills.
Yeah, taking shopping trolleys
I don't regret that, but at the same time...
No, but it's like a once thing. You don't do it every time you come back from the pub as a default mode of transport. Although it is quick.
Well, for me it was, didn't it? But also, you just want to look back and go, we did a good job there. We actually covered what we needed to cover.
Yeah.
So.
But going back to what we were saying about St Helens, it's a little pocket of perfection. I have a theory about why St Helens still has nationally renowned great pubs and other northern towns don't. Because I'm not saying I'm right,
It's not like you.
but I have theories. A man who thinks he's 100% right, you don't want to meet a man who thinks he's 100% right. You've always got to have doubt, and you've always got to be up for debate.
That mass debate's always going on.
Master debates.
Yeah, I always do it. But anyway, shall we get on to the next place?
He's master debating all throughout the day. Cheers.
Cheers. You know what? By the way, thank you to this place.
Thank you to the Sefton. Give them a go. The beer is good, and the place has had a nice revamp, and it's right at the end of the high street. So if you're out here at the shops, pop in.
Yeah.
Here we are already.
Where are we?
We're at the Lamb. The Lamb's been around for a while, but it's been through several stages of ownership, or tentative, as far as I know. But it's now firmly within the top 3 of the town centre.
Right, so this is one of our staples today.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
This year, in the CAMRA Awards for the local branch, this was a surprise right up there, doing really well. And I've never been. What's inside is apparently great. So here we go.
Let's go.
Oh, a little indication that we're now somewhere special.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we do these videos, or you do the videos, this is why we go to pubs. This is why we find new pubs, take a risk. Because from the outside, you don't really know what this pub is. This is pretty special.
Is it sticking to our brief of having one half?
Okay, so this wasn't. We didn't order these. The chap behind the bar, brilliant lad, wanted to show how much these guys care about their beers by giving us a selection. I don't know. Should we get his name? We'll get his name. We'll give him a shout out. Here we go. We chose the dark, which is a Wiley Fox doubling up.
I know that.
Irish stout.
Yeah.
We always go for the darks. If there's a dark on, we get the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got
Doubling up, which is an Irish stout, which is a 4.5%, which is the ones in the end.
Wiley Fox doubling up Irish stout. And then we've got so they have their house bitter from Titanic, the Little Lamb best bitter. And then here you've got Mallington's Waimea. That's not an easy one to say. Single hopped pale ale by Mallington's. And then here you've got Stonehouse, which is one of my favourite breweries from the past few years that I've discovered. Stonehouse from Oswestry. Broadsword Calling blonde beer. Just realised I've got that the other way around. That's the best bitter.
Take two.
That's the blonde beer. You can't see it so much from there. Okay, that's the best bitter. That's the blonde beer, obviously.
Yes, well done. I think you've got a future in presenting.
Okay, so we chose the Wiley Fox doubling up because we always choose the dark beers wherever we go. Oh, these have been here for 5 or 10 minutes, and their heads they're still
They're going. Look at us.
They're going,
Why are you leaving us here? We're waiting here for you.
so we've got a full colour.
So Titanic is again cropping up quite a bit today.
The Titanic are sort of like the top of craft, aren't they? They are a big operation and they're able to supply the whole country. The fact that they're here doing a house beer for a pub in St Helens, which is nowhere near where they are, just goes to show that they've got some reach.
Yeah,
And, you know, fair play to them. They make great beers. I recently have actually been more of a fan of their non-dark beers, which they're more known for. I think that their other beers are pretty standout.
I'm dying to try this now. So where are we starting?
So,
Are we...
well, we go.
Do that again.
Put some graphics on the screen.
So anyway, let's do it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, Wiley
to the
Fox. Wiley Fox doubling up of the land. Going in, we should have said. Nice. You know what? What strikes me first about this actually is there is so much taste to that beer. And with Irish stouts, we are usually used to it being. They call it drinkable, but it basically means there's not too much standing out to you at any one time, and therefore it makes it easy to drink. But the flavour takes a hit when it's so cold.
I was going to bring that up. The cold element of it really does impact, isn't it?
So this is full of. It's definitely different to an English stout. So there's coffee notes in there.
Yeah.
Very smooth, but it's not as densely flavoured as an English stout. There's a definite difference.
So there's an element of simplicity.
An Irish stout should be less densely flavoured than an English stout.
And I'm getting that. Yeah.
Because we're so used to like the likes of Guinness. Not
Well,
really.
you say that. I don't drink Guinness a lot. It's not something I'm drawn to.
No.
But like you said, Murphy's and this other...
Murphy's, we need to do a nitro stout pub video at some point.
Because did you want to go?
we
The Snig is having one in Widnes.
Well, the Snig in Widnes has got Murphy's on, and we've already tried it at the lockdown in Hong Kong.
Yeah. But we didn't do a video on that, but...
But a nitro stout video would be great because there's a lot out there, and because of Guinness doing bad business in terms of outpricing pubs, being bullish with their stock and not letting pubs have more than one keg for a week in recent months. Now more pubs are choosing to have different stouts on. They're alternating. Several Irish stouts that are coming from Ireland that we need to try.
Yeah, so if we do a focus, this is the thing with the tours, and with the Shrewsbury one, I've done a couple of snapshots for the tap rooms, and because it's not a part of the tour, so I don't want to leave anyone out. So there's the Tipsy Tap, which is around here, which I would love to have gone to today, but I might do it another time. All these little places. Well, I'm thinking of doing like little sister shows.
Let's just give a little shout out to the Tipsy Tap because we had to be selective, and it's probably good that we did because time just gets ahead of you on these days.
Yeah.
We didn't choose the Tipsy Tap for two reasons. Not a pub. Well, it depends what you call a pub. It would look more like a sports bar to me. And there's football on today, so
it's always been based on heritage or past. So that limits the scope a little bit. I went in there a few weeks ago and it was the cast wasn't the best, but at the same time is what it is.
We've got to be choosy about where we go as well, because if we can't find a place like this to sit down, but we have to be relentless in it. So
lights have just come on. That might have actually helped the footage. I don't know yet.
Okay, so we're gonna give.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna give for this.
I'm gonna give the Wiley Fox doubling up Irish stout.
Right, you ready?
1, 2, 3, go. Stephen's outdone me on that one. Okay.
I'm very generous.
It was always going to be a.
But we said before, very generous.
Yeah. The thing is, with a dark beer, there's so much flavour in there. If it's in good condition, it's going to be a great experience.
Absolutely.
It's harder to have a brilliant bitter or a pale. But no, that's definitely the best Wiley Fox dark beer I've had.
Yeah. Okay.
Good lacing is the indication of a good pub. If you finish your pint and there's no indication that you've had a pint in it, then you've got a problem. Quick fire round, because these were unexpected.
There's a quick fire round now.
Quick fire round.
Oh, is it going to be a jingle?
So, yeah, so Stephen's going to put a jingle in now, in tune with my hands.
Rick, quick fire round.
Let's try again.
Rick's quick fire
beer tasting round. Right.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you very much.
What's your name, by the way?
My name's Mitchell Boyce. Boys. Pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure to meet you.
Cheers.
We only give you credit in that for this.
No,
so
I don't want no credit. Just enjoy the beer, boys. Saturday's boys.
Thank you. Oh, I like him.
It was the barman who was fantastic and clearly very proud of this place.
He's very young as well.
And that is what makes a difference.
Yeah,
You've got the people pouring it who care about the beer. That's what makes it good.
So, top tip for you guys, if you're a landlord, care about what you're
Care
doing.
about it and make sure whoever is running the bar in your absence cares about it too.
Yeah, and
Because
also
if
understand.
somebody walks into your pub and they're just looking after the bar, but they don't know or care about what's on the bar, it's not going to be the same experience. They're house bitter, which is the Titanic Little Lamb. So,
Okay. Shall I do the honours?
what we're going to do is you're going to have half of it and then give it to me. I reckon. So that's what Stephen calls a half.
What do you always neck it?
What'd be quite cool is if this bit gets sped up.
Well, we could do that, yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, and then it would go to the resulting tasting, so it would be like this. So
Oh, again, very nasally.
very nasally.
Yeah.
You talking about yourself? Okay,
No.
very nasally, slightly hungry, slightly horny.
Always. Floral.
You see? When you drink a best bitter, you want it to be like caramelly with grassy, earthy hops. And
That's what I'm
this is exactly what it is.
That's what I'm getting, and I'm mixing up my it's great you're here, because I'm mixing up my terminology.
So that's slightly sweet, malty, very malty.
Yeah, definitely malty.
A best bitter should be higher on the final gravity, which basically means there's more sugars left over at the end of the brew.
Yeah.
So you're getting more residual sweetness. The malts should obviously be more prominent because you've got colour, which means you've got crystal and chocolate in there. And the hops should complement the malt. With pale ales, it's all hops, 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 hops.
Yeah, that could be a good rap.
But well, we could just call this video
Hops, hops, hops.
Hops, 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 Hops. by
In the grill.
Rick and Steve.
Yeah, we could do that. We could
Yeah.
go on X Factor.
Yeah, but we're not all about the hops.
it's all about the hops, the hops. So.
It's not all about the hops. What I'm trying to say is, it's not all about the hops. And this is what we're kind of missing now. If you were to ask me, I think that we're missing this. So the British brewing legacy is it's not all about the hops.
Really fine tuning what you mean by grassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in an English beer or a British beer, the hops really, by definition, shouldn't be the main factor. And that is what defines a real ale. A real ale should be a layer of bitterness, a layer of malt, and a layer of hops. Malt should always be the forefront. And this is that.
Oh, absolutely.
So the last two beers, Stonehouse.
Yeah.
But I've never had this one. Broadsword Calling.
So what we're doing is, to save time, we'll both drink at the same time. Did we rate the last one? We didn't rate it, did we?
So I'm going to give the Titanic Little Lamb Bitter
Okay.
a hug. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay. You really like that, didn't you?
I think Best Bitters have been one of my favourite beers recently because they are a legacy beer and they've been largely misunderstood and forgotten. Great Best Bitter it needs to be remembered.
Yes. Yes, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. So we're going to get on to these two now.
Okay. So, Stonehouse of Oswald Street, Broadsword Cowley.
Okay, so
And the one we can't pronounce properly is
Wayne
Mallinson's
Waymere.
Waymere. Now, let me just double check.
I'm sure I've had this before in one of the places in Liverpool, and I couldn't say it on camera.
So Mallinson's is from Huddersfield. So we got Yorkshire and we got Oswald Street.
Okay.
So we know for definite that these have been brewed using very different waters from very different sources, which is one thing that we never really talk about. We should say
We did talk about it in the Runcorn one.
the water that's used in beer
Yeah.
is a big factor in it. So you've got Yorkshire water, which is widely renowned as being some of the best part of it.
What are you doing now?
Gone through 5 of them, you might as well have the last one.
Tour's going to be over soon.
There we are.
We got another one coming in. What's this?
That's 3 acres.
Yeah, let's show you some cameras.
There you go.
There we are.
So yeah, it's
3
like
acre brewery.
boys.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
The whole rainbow. Pretty much, no.
Headed up. Yeah.
We have a bonus round.
Okay. So let's carry on.
Yeah, we'll do this. Put this aside for a bit.
Okay. So we've got Oswald Street versus Huddersfield.
Okay.
Going in.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's very light.
Could I just say, when have you ever got to a point where you drink a beer from a brewery and it takes you back to a last experience when you had that beer?
Yeah, absolutely.
My overriding feeling when I had that was that I was suddenly back at their brewery in Oswald Street.
Oh, so that must mean that it's done well here.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
To look after it and make
well,
sure.
every brewery has a signature taste.
Yeah.
Through their water treatment, you know, the malts that they use. The last time I had Stonehouse cask was actually at the brewery.
I know because you went with Sarah, didn't you?
Yeah. I've had their bottles. I bought
Yeah.
a big. Whenever I go to a brewery, and you should do this every time you go to a brewery, buy a mixed gift pack
Yeah. Oh, I've started doing that now as well.
of their beers. Because at the end of the day, you can only have so many beers when you go to a brewery, but bring it on.
Was that the one where you wore a hat? You were wearing like a Stetson stuff? Nope. No. We'll discuss it after. Oh, what? A Stetson, yeah. Like, it's a hat. It's a cowboy hat. Where was that? That's what sticks out in my mind. I'm into me hats.
I've been dreaming of being a cowboy.
I'm dreaming.
It's fantastic to see a brewery have a signature taste.
Would describe the taste. Describe what you're tasting right now.
Okay, so
And I also
I always call them candy style.
Oh, yeah.
So you're getting sort of like
So sweet, eh?
I've
I
got,
like
I've
that.
got a little bit of rhubarb in there. There's not much bitterness, but there's quite a deep malt profile. It's relatively thick in the mouth, so it's not thin. To be honest, in terms of a blonde ale, you can't really get much more than it.
Oh, okay. So that's the bar high then.
What did you just do then?
Wiped it for you?
That was what you do in high school. Your hand is dirtier than your mouth.
I didn't know that.
They used to do that in high school. They used to go. Fucking hell.
Oh, Jesus.
Just getting a little bit excited because we've got the Cowley Vaults next. No, the Turks next.
Oh, now we've got this extra one.
Yeah. Been trying to keep you to it. You're gonna have a hell of a job editing this. Like 6,000 content.
Because like, now you talk to people, and when I'm on my own, I'm sat here doing the thing like this. And there's someone across. So, what are you doing? I can taste the sweetness, but I can't taste what you said about the candy element of it. Okay.
I'm gonna give the Mallinson's Way Mew. I'm gonna give that.
Yeah, wasn't my favourite. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Really? We've really deviated now.
Okay.
I'm not saying that I didn't like it. I just didn't think it wasn't impactful for me.
Okay. You're making me doubt myself. Okay. And
Well,
then
again, this is the thing. You're seeing it from a brewer's standpoint of what they're trying to achieve, and I'm seeing it
Well,
from
that's
the
fair
consumer.
so Stonehouse Broadsword Calling 4.5%. We give a That's what I give it. That's what we give. Okay. I'm sure we put that one out. Okay, so now
We missed that one out.
we didn't.
We did. Because we've only done.
No, you're gonna make a mistake.
If I watch this back, is there a forfeit if you're wrong?
There you go.
That'd be fun. Okay. So, Three Acre Brewery.
We got given we were told that we can't have 5 of the 6 beers after. We need to make sure we have 6.
Yes. And, well, you saw it on the footage. We will include it. So, Three Acre Brewery, which is Uckfield. Uckfield.
In East Sussex.
Have you ever been?
Down where no one can afford to live. You can't live there unless you're famous.
Ooh, this is interesting. So, the ultimate session pale ale. So, stone fruit, floral, and juicy aroma from a blend of premium signature hops. Full on flavour, lighter on alcohol. So, that's in our wheelhouse.
So, what is it? Percentage wise, 3.7.
Yeah, so I think that's
It's at the top end of a session
Yeah.
pale, I would say. Don't recall the last time I had a 3 acre brewery. Strange how beers are travelling so far.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
So we're in St Helens now, the northwest, the heart of the northwest. And we're getting beers from East Sussex. So let's see what you think.
I get first dibs. A slight tinge of alcohol in your tongue, but it's not present in the flavour, which makes the flavour stand out. Definitely floral.
Stephen likes these floral beers.
I do, and I don't. It depends on what it feels.
First thing I get is elderflower.
Oh, that's probably what I'm getting.
Elderflower straight away.
I think by the alcohol, that's why I'm going it. It's good, isn't it? It's balanced.
Nicely balanced. You can tell the water is different. So what you're doing is you're sampling different sources of water in the day. That's one of the biggest factors to brewing. And some
So would
breweries,
you be able to identify the hardness in the water?
Yeah.
Just wherever you go.
hard or soft, and some parts of the country have good water. Yorkshire has amazing water, which is why there's like a gajillion breweries in Yorkshire.
Thank you very much. So let's rate this because we need to get on to the next location, really, don't we?
See, when we find something as good as this, we just stay.
Well, this will be a longer little bit of chapter.
This pub, right? Amazing pub.
Yes.
Just to recap, we've got a 3 acre brewery from Uckfield in East Sussex. Their session pale.
Okay.
What do we give it?
Right. Ready?
1, 2, 3, go. Okay.
Oh, we're not. We seem to be correlating again. It's good.
No. Really impressive.
I was going to have one last thing.
So, yeah. So, right, we're going to sign off from the Lamb. This has been a
One experience.
standout experience from St Helens. An indication of a good pub is how they care about how you go to the toilet. Like, it doesn't take too much effort compared to the rest of the pub just to make it feel like when you're getting rid of your beer that you're not in just some horrible smelly hole. Look at this. Toilet doors. Those lovely green tiles. Stunning. This place has had some serious work done to it. Properly nice. New York Times up on the wall. Quite poignant given the Titanic beer we just had. These tiles though, oh my god, look at that. How stunning these tiles are. Even the doors are nice. Gotta give the place a go. That was an experience, wasn't it? Yeah, so regardless of whatever happens in the rest of this video, the lamb. Phenomenal. Oh. And I can now see why it's been heralded as like this newcomer in the top 3.
Yeah.
That is joined the Turks Head and the Cricketers as one of the places to be.
And until you put yourself out here,
and say, right, I'm going to go and do it off your top of your head.
Yeah.
You don't know, do you?
No.
You can't research this in advance. This is
An experience we've had together.
So the lamb is, there's not really anything you can say bad about it. It's got all the selections of beers. It's spotless inside. The staff really care about the beer. Every single one of them. Just if you want to go anywhere, just spend a day drinking, just go to the lamb.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I know. Well, thank you so much for everyone there.
Thank you. I think his name was Mitch. Thank you for all of your attention and your generosity and just general time you gave us. Thank you very much.
And pub landlords who want to be involved.
Yeah.
And because they care.
Yeah. And now we are on to the big guys. So we'll see you in a few minutes. We are off to the Turks Head. Just how long have we waited walking to the Turks without a vehicle?
I know.
We're on Cooper Street now. There's not much to it, but there are two pubs side by side here.
Which share a beer garden.
They share a beer garden. So the Cowley Vaults became a sister pub to the Turks Head several years ago. And they basically act as two superheroes in
Like
relay.
we are for Runcorn. Superheroes.
The Turks Head has, off the top of my head, I think it's 14 casks. Usually you are lucky to find one or two in your pub. 14. And the Cowley Vaults has 8.
Oh, right. I've never been in there, so this has been an experience.
And we only have we have an issue here with public transport and time.
Well,
We usually come here in a vehicle and we have to just have one and then just wave goodbye. Today we are here.
hang on a minute. You came on your birthday and you had all these ales and that. And I was.
Birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never been with a friend who wants to drink real ale with me. I've been with my wife. I've been with family. But today we are here unrestricted.
I mean, look at the building.
This is real ale mecca. This is like the Buckingham Palace real ale. So let's go and see what they've got inside.
I know, let's not delay it anymore.
Real ale royalty, and we don't say that lightly. So in terms of your beer tours videos, this is,
The pièce de résistance.
in my opinion, this is definitely top 10 in the country.
Yeah, I'd say so.
There is a contention for top 5, and the only contention it has really is the other pub that we're going to go to later on. It's a positive contention. It's to have a town, not a city, with 2 pubs of this high quality is unheard of.
Absolutely.
And the beer here is second to none. But there are very few pubs that you go to that will ever have beer as good as this.
The last place we've spoken to, everyone speaks highly of this. They just love this place.
It's like the default. And guess who supplies this pub?
I'm drawing a blank.
He's drawing a blank. I do. I supply this pub with my
So, is this an interesting question here. Is this a biased selection?
No, because I will come here regardless of whatever the beer is on. But this video is sponsored by Spitting Feathers. So the first beer that we're going to sample here, of a couple, is a beer that is close to my heart. This is a Victorian Porter. So, cheers.
Cheers.
So the Turks Head, the way they keep their dark beers is just second to none. I mean, look, I've just drank that and there is no evidence of any disappearance from the glass. The lacing is just sticking to it like glue. I don't think I've ever known a pub look after their beers as well as the Turks Head. Look at that, it's just stuck to it.
Yeah, we've both been in the cellar here, and I remember how
the cellar
organised.
here. The cellar here is it's perfect. Cooper Street, St Helens. It's of no note whatsoever, just like where I live, where Stephen lives, of no real note whatsoever in the northwest of England. But these 2 pubs are putting it on the map.
Yeah, you have to build it, and they will come.
I have this place on the map, but it is, and they've earned that, and they built that from nothing. So this place used to be a Tatley's pub, and Tatley's beers used to be brewed in Warrington, in a very big brewery, big industrial brewery, where Tesco Extra is now. So if you want to go and have a day out, look at where Tatley's brewery is, just go to Tesco. and feel depressed. So
Scan your club card though. You've got the power.
I don't like big brands.
Well, that's why you don't wear Calvin's.
No, fake ones as well.
You're never gonna let that go, are you? Anyway, so
yeah,
oh,
which is we stop rustling.
I'm so sorry.
Captain Media over here thinks it's okay to rustle while I'm talking.
Oh, is it?
What are you doing?
I enjoyed the crisp. All right, go ahead. You continue. I'm ready now.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go and fold up some tinfoil while you're here? Yeah, the food here is amazing.
It is. What did you say before?
The restaurant here makes amazing pub grub. All sorts. American food, anything you want. Sunday roasts, amazing. The curries, they have curry nights. And then the Cowley Grill, which is the sister pub, which we'll go to after this, does your burgers and pizza and things like that, kebabs. You just come here for a day and you're sorted.
Do we rate this because you brewed it?
We do rate it.
I just rate it low just to piss you off.
Fuck off, I'll never speak to you.
You would speak to me.
Right, Stephen's going to walk you through this.
Oh my god. What's all this? Right, I have to get into acting mode now. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
So, an ode to the beer style that once dominated British brewing. Porter originated in London, where the coal tax meant that the malt was wood cured and given the drink of distinctive colour and flavour. A nourishing and nutritious drink, porter was popular amongst the working classes, including the porters and barrow boys, who worked on the narrow streets and gave the beer its name. And Golding's hops, smooth, easy drinking, with subtle roasted hints of coffee and dark chocolate with a hint of licorice. This Victorian porter is a celebration of the style and as closely possible to using today's methods and ingredients, gluten-free and vegan too.
This beer was a recipe before I came to the brewery. But as with most of the recipes, they aren't without improvement or adaptation. So it's not jet black. I don't know if you can see that here. I think you can.
No, you
It's
can
not
see-
jet black. So a porter, by definition, shouldn't be as densely black as a stout. It should be slightly lighter, lower ABV, less roasted malt, which means it's going to be less dark. So there are licorice notes, roasted notes. I'm really happy with that, to be fair. And there is no place I would rather be tasting this than here.
Oh,
When we get orders, so if the Turks watch this, if they see this,
they will.
then just so you know, when we get an order from you, it's special, and we're very proud to be here
Oh,
because this is it. This is where you want the beer. When you brew a real ale, you want your beer to be in a place where real ale is loved and cared for, and it's here.
well, can I just say, and picking up on that in a broader sense, is that you do tend to choose establishments that do that anyway. And more often than not, what you choose is spot on. Also served.
Yeah, to an extent, but also you take sales from wherever you can get them.
Yeah. I mean, now the Chester Station tap's open. I mean, how is that going to change?
Chester Station tap, link here.
Here.
Chester Station tap opened 11th of April. Open from 6 a.m. for the coffees, 7 a.m. for breakfast, and then it finishes serving food at 9 p.m. But the booze is served from 11 to 11, all through the day.
What a unique place.
Yeah, it's been a project in the mind of our Lord and Saviour, Mr. Matthew Wally, for several years. It's amazing. I mean, I didn't have much involvement in it. I can't take any credit for the place, but I can say how proud
Well,
we are.
if your ales don't stand up, then the place will.
Yeah,
fail.
so we've been brewing
So-
a lot to make sure it can happen. When we need to make sure we don't run out of beer. So the total cost of it was about 150,000, probably more. We, in order to make our dreams realised, we had to ask people to help, and they did. They came forward.
And I was one of them. How much was it sold in the end?
50, nearly 52.
52.
Um,
Excellent.
and the commitment from the community.
You know why that is? Because it's not just about a tap room, it's about the heritage now. And this is what my angles always is when it comes to Runcorn, or when it comes to Unlock, or when it comes to Spit and Feather. If you're bringing something to life,
Yeah.
and giving it a new lease of life, but also respecting the past. But that's well, I don't drive, you drive, but then even as a driver, you struggle with this, don't you? When it
Yeah,
comes to
because it's a
finding
fine
somewhere to
line. I say like 1 or 2 drinks and I can't drive after.
go. But then at least I campaigned to have the Runcorn curve opened, and when it opened, I mean, look what it's going to benefit now. I can get on the Runcorn station, go straight to Chester, and it's there.
Yeah. So there's now 2 stations in Runcorn that will go to Chester. But the great thing is, if you get the train to Chester from Runcorn, you can use that ticket, get off at Frodsham, go to Helter Skelter. Massive shout out to Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
Because I know this isn't a Cheshire video, but Helter Skelter just won North Cheshire CAMRA Club of the Year.
Yeah, which is no mean feat.
No mean feat. There is a lot. That's a massive branch. It's a matter of time before we go back there again on video. We just want to give a shout out to the team there at Helter Skelter. Keep it up. We really do value the work that you're doing.
Yeah,
Just like we love this bit.
And that's the thing. A lot of the time, I don't think a lot of places get the credit for the amount of effort.
No.
A lot of, like I said before, a lot of landlords do not want to take the risk, and it's not a risk really. You just got to build it, and they will come.
Yeah.
So Helter Skelter go above and beyond, as does the Turks Head.
Yeah.
And look what they've done. They've built a mecca for people.
But if you look after, this is the thing. Real ale, I think, is seen as a risk to a lot of pubs.
Why?
Because of the fact that it expires after a certain amount of days. I think it's looked at as a risk.
And in the beginning, they may well be.
If you get a keg beer, if you get a keg of Chris Campo, you just sell it as you sell it, and it goes out when it goes out. If you get a real ale, it's like a ticking time bomb. You've got to sell it. But the thing is, the experience is so much better with a real ale. It's worth doing. And the fact that a pub on a suburban street in St Helens, a working class northern town, on Cooper Street in St Helens, can do 14 lines, and not just that, it can have a sister pub next door that it owns that has 8 lines, 24 lines of cask beer, 24 lines. Right, that's Real Ale Festival. Right.
Yeah.
So if you are sick of paying ticket prices for Real Ale festivals, don't bother. Right, just come to St Helens, go to Cooper Street, and then just go to these 2 pubs. You've got 24 beers.
I know.
And you've got amazing food in both places on a suburban street in the middle of Merseyside.
And
Just take
if they
that
can
into
do
consideration.
that, what is the opportunities in Runcorn and Halton? Just build it. And
Build it, and they will come.
And they will come a lot.
They will come, all of.
Anyway, build it, and they will arrive.
Yeah.
Hang on, that's
That's
not even,
it. 24 cast lines. Build it, and they will come.
they will come. So we're going to rate this now, and this is a particularly difficult one for you because you brew the bloody things.
Yeah. Unbiased.
This is we got to trust him here, and he's quite honest.
I am honest.
Oh shit.
We have a total of 5 to give it.
Okay.
5, 4,
Oh shit.
3,
Stop carrying down.
2, 1, go.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Are you happy with my score? What's with all the arses?
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, you're still here, are you?
Still here. We've just had some food.
Yes. Succulent food.
We have lined our bellies.
Yeah, and as you can see, the Turks Head's behind us, and we've got a very big trek ahead of us.
Yeah. Oh, quick.
Yeah. Usually when I
I've got a bit of a stitch there.
Oh,
that was a bit of a long walk.
well, I did warn you before these tours happen. But
Worn out.
this is the thing, I usually have to walk miles for this.
Yeah.
But it's right there.
Right there. There you go. The
So we've
Cowley
got-
Vaults.
What do you expect from this place?
So we've always focused on the Turks, but we've never really had the time when we've always been driving to these places. We've never really had the time to come to the Cowley. But the Cowley is really the same as the Turks, just kind of maybe smaller with the grill outside. So 8 cask. Let's go and see what we've
8?
got.
Did you say 8 then?
Yes.
My God.
So have a look.
Maybe.
Anymore. So, with the Cowley.
Yeah.
The Cowley Vaults, the sister pub. The Turks.
Yeah.
The staff of the Turks Head, I think it's Dave at the Turks Head, saved this pub. I've been told. This isn't the first time I've ever been here, but I'm told that this was a bit of a dive, as it's not the first time we've heard that in this town.
When was that?
I think we're talking about maybe 5 years ago.
Really? So that's quite recent then.
I think it was pretty bad, but they realised that the best way to get over that, to overcome it, is to just buy the pub. Because if you buy the pub,
Oh, yeah,
you make your rules.
So-
Yeah. So, so they now have a way of selling more real ale, which is always good.
Yeah.
I think I saw, was it 6?
No, 5.
Was it 5?
Let me count. There are 6.
6.
6?
6 real
Wow.
ales, which is less than half of what's on the Turks Head. But I've been looking for Oakham Citra for about a year now in cask.
Hang on. I've had it like first pub tour I ever did was like that.
Yeah, but for some reason it's avoided me.
Why?
I don't know. Now Oakham Citra is one of the defining sort of session IPAs in the UK.
Yeah.
Citra is now the hop that everyone uses in IPAs.
Yeah.
But this was the first one.
Yeah.
So cheers to Oakham. For a bloody great beer.
I'm so happy to be here while you're sampling that on cask for the first time.
Yeah, nice little surprise.
Is it good?
There are some beers that whenever you see on the bar around the country, you always go for. Really.
Well, the thing is, I've seen this quite a lot. I don't know why you don't.
Well, this is the beauty, isn't it, of
Is it 'cause
real ale?
the time of the week?
No, it's the beauty of what we do is that it's timing.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
I
my
might
timing's
turn
better
up.
than you.
I might turn up, and the beer will be on, and then 2 minutes later, you might turn up, and it'll be off. And then
Oh, you've got me on this plenty of times at Helter Skelter, where you've just popped in and go, oh, by the way, this is on the
Yeah.
next day.
What was it? It was an Irish liqueur stout at Christmas. An Irish liqueur stout, and it was like one of the best things I'd drank all year.
Yeah, you
And
rated.
then I said, Stephen, you need to get down there
Oh,
now.
yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
And you're like, yeah, I'll get down there when I can. You turned up like 36 hours later thinking it'll still be on. You're like, oh, it's not on anymore. If a beer is on, if you ever see a beer is on at a pub,
Rule number 1.
go then.
Yeah, but then you need a mate such as you to sort of inform you on this. Not many people have got that.
Yeah, well,
Like canary in the coal mine.
yeah, but there is Real Ale Finder, there is Untapped.
Oh, good point. See what I did there? I led it into practical.
Well, I'm very much. I tried to do this once, it didn't work. I tried to start a system in place where you'd tell your local beer hunters what beers were on.
Systems this? You don't think
On the local CAMRA group.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to say, let's champion our local pubs. Let's all tell each other what's on. So I said, when we go to a pub, tell everyone what's on. Tell everyone what you like, what's good, and then they'll see it, engage with it. And then who else commented on it?
Just me.
Just you.
Yeah, probably.
Just one person. That tells you that the only people really that are carrying forward real ale and cask beers into the new generation are...
But the thing is that a CAMRA Holton specific thing, or is that?
No, I think it's an inability to adapt to new methods. I think it should be only available to engage with in your contained society. So, say for example, if you're a CAMRA member, then only you would know what your other CAMRA members are doing. But if you're on a social platform like Facebook or Instagram, share it within each other, and then you will be able to know what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, I think that's what I've been trying to do with Unlock. I think social media is an ecosystem of its own thing, and you've got to try and play with it. And
We are, as millennials, we are in the middle.
yeah, we are millennials, aren't we?
We're in the middle of two different types of cultures. We're in the middle of the culture that came before us, which produced this great thing that we all enjoy, but is now struggling to emerge into the new generation that adapts to the constant connectivity with the open world.
It needs oomph.
CAMRA still exists in 20 years.
Mhm.
If it's still here in 20 years, if it's still significant and valid in 20 years, me and Stephen will be the ones running our local branch.
Well, yeah,
But at the moment, it's not up to us.
well, it should.
And I don't think that real ale or cask ale will be looked at as an old person's
No,
drink.
Well, that's our job. We've got to carry that message through and make it malleable.
Yeah.
It's got to adapt. It's got to grow like everything else does in life, but it's got to get to the next generation unscathed, and that's our job to do that.
Well, that's up to us.
Mhm. So I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Shall we score the beers?
Yes.
Well-
Okay. Is
We need to.
Is
We,
your-
we need to.
this is on the board?
We need to share. You need to try mine.
Oh yeah, I haven't tried yours yet.
Got Pictish Brewery.
Mm-hmm.
From Rochdale. So Brewer's Gold is a French. It's a variation of a British hop that is now exclusively grown and cultivated in France. I've recently used that hop in our plum and raisin port
I like that.
because it has like some fruity herbal notes in it. Pictish Brewer's Gold rating is 3, 2, 1, go.
I got 3.5.
Wow. Oakham Brewery, one of the giants of the real ale world in the UK. Peterborough,
Oh right.
which is East Midlands. You don't see many beers from around there, actually. I can't remember last time I got a beer from the East Midlands. Peterborough.
It's been such a great day for that, hasn't it? You know.
Beers travel very far in this country, but Oakham Citra is just one of the standout beers, isn't it, really?
Okie dokie.
Oakham Citra. We give a...
Oh, sorry. Well, I made it worse. Okay, go. Ready? 4. Yeah,
Oh!
I gave it a 4.
Oh!
That's the first time I've gave it a 4. You know.
Does it?
Watch the other pub tours in the description below. But I've given it a lesser amount on the old system,
Right.
only because of the delivery. The way it's presented.
I did have it in bottle in a few months ago, but cask is king.
Oh God! Yeah, if you're going to take anything away from this, cask is king, especially when it's looked after like it is in this place. What do you think of this place?
It's a nice little rewind.
It's really,
very quiet,
yeah.
but I think because of the Turks being next door, that's a given. Lovely hops above the bar, nice little stools, and one of my favourite things in the world, hooks for your bags,
Which no one ever uses.
no one ever uses, but I do. So this is more of an old style boozer.
Yeah.
It's a place
Feels
that
it.
you would, if you would come here in the 90s, and then fast forward to now, it's no different. It's been looked after. It's been reupholstered. Yeah, it's been reupholstered. It's not dirty.
It's been looked
clean.
after, but it's been in keeping with the character of the
So if you're ever in the Turks, this is the way I would look at it. If you're in the Turks, have a couple of pints or 3 or 4 pints, get some food, pop in here for a drink.
Yeah.
And then after that, go to where we're going next.
Where we going next?
The newsroom.
News just in. Guess where we are?
The newsroom. Tiny place on the street here. Well, apparently they do pretty good real ale, so let's go and check it out.
What
happen there then?
That's the whole point of these videos. You turn up, so online it says real ales, you got pictures of real ales, you go in, there's no real ales.
Yeah, as soon as I walked in and didn't see a cask pump, we were going to go here, weren't
We
we?
were going to go to the Talbot Ale House
Yeah.
to start with, and then I found out late last night that they don't even sell cask anymore.
Well, maybe that might sell cask.
And then the newsroom, if you go on Google right now, you can see cask pumps, loads of beers. Now nothing.
Yeah, do you want to go and pop in there and see if they do it? Cask.
We're going to go and pop in, and if you see us going to the Cricketers Arms in about 5 seconds, it means there was nothing.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go!
The Cricks, this is the St Helens District CAMRA Pub of the Year 2025.
Yes.
And we've saved this to last because we may want to stay here a little bit longer. than
How
the
much
rest.
longer? What time are you going to be back?
Let's see.
Yeah.
But this is this was once National Pub of the Year. In the past decade, this has been National Pub of the Year, and you'll see why soon. It's just there's not really much you can say against this pub. It's got everything really.
Yeah. But he likes his pies.
I like my pies. It's everything. If you ever could list what you want out of a pub, this is it. Really.
Yeah, and I recently brought my parents here for the first time, and they loved it.
Yeah.
And there's lots of little knickknacks and little areas that are very
Yeah.
different from each other. It's like they've thought of theming really well.
Just gonna have a look and see what's
Let's go
got
have a look.
inside.
Go on, I'll follow you in.
This is it. We're in a short change.
Yeah.
So
You watch me on Instagram with him?
you're the one who does it, not me.
Yeah, it's you.
Not me. You.
Me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
We have to do this first before we forget. What I'll do, we'll do this. And then
We'll start. You can come over if you want.
I know you are. I'll give you the thing. No, I'll wave you over.
We're at the world famous Cricketers Arms.
We are.
CAMRA Pub of the Year 2025, St Helens.
I'm dived to try this.
We've got Vocation Naughty and Nice. The chocolate stout by Vocation of Vocation Yorkshire, right?
Yeah.
That's a chocolate monster. And also we've got as a northern,
say we?
northern institution a cheese and onion balm.
Yeah. We were hoping for a pie.
We were hoping for a pie, but we did choose to do this last, so it goes without saying. Although they do pizzas.
Oh, they do. Well, it's
do.
only £10.
Only £10.
Well, it depends on your time limit.
Well, we may do pizzas.
So I've got nowhere to be. I'm a very lonely person.
Cheese boards, £8.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've come here last, but we've said before that this is it really,
This is it.
and we always knew it would be. I mean, this stout is
Well,
Polish.
we have tried.
The only thing I will say is that we were slightly shortchanged on it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
We got like 90.
Yeah.
We got 90% of the pint.
Mm.
We love a head.
We love good head.
We love getting head.
Yeah. It's just very, very
But we
delicate.
don't like losing out on head.
Yeah.
That's fucking stunning.
It is stunning. You in your Christmas box? Did I give you
Yeah,
one of these?
yeah.
Is that
And it was beautiful, but it's nothing as good as that.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So let me because we have to do this as well. I'm going to get this out of the way, right out the back.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Because it is one of my favourites today. This is Vocation Brewery, regional brewery, which is Hebden Bridge, West Yorkshire.
Yeah.
So milk chocolate rich indulgent. Indulgent and deliciously naughty, this bold blend of wickedly decadent chocolate, roasted barley and dark crystal malt give this stout a deep, rich flavour with an intense, smooth finish. This heavenly combination is a little bit naughty and extremely nice. And that sounds like me in a sense, doesn't it? I'm very naughty. Am I? My middle name's Naughty. Your middle name's just Dick. Anyway,
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers to Dick.
Cheers to Dick.
No, no, your name's Rick.
Right, let's go for it.
All right, okay.
I'm pretty sure I know what this is going to be.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, almost.
No surprise there. Why didn't you give it a full 5?
The reason why I didn't give it a 5 is because it wasn't quite right. That's all it was.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you're looking at for that.
That's all it is.
All right.
The fact that it was slightly short in there.
You, come over here. I don't know your name, do I?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
So, you said you follow the podcast, did you? Oh, nice.
But sometimes you do lead me astray.
In what way? Well, what have you got there?
This is the Black Sheep Blonde. It's not bad. It's the best pint we've had all day.
Okay. Have you been there all day?
But no. Do I look like that?
Well, I don't know. You never know.
I wish I'd done my
Some
neck.
people are better at coping than others.
Yeah, no, all we drink is real ale. I've had some very bad experiences today, I'm not going to lie. I'm very disappointed.
Have you been in here? Or?
No, not in here. This is probably the best pint of the day. Although, second best was the Sutton Arms. Have you been there?
No. We went to the Sefton.
That one.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in the wrong case.
Oh, have you done what we've done today? Have you been on a little pub crawl?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. So
Look.
we only go out if we
Where have you been? What are we doing?
So we went to started the George and Tipsy Tap.
Yeah, we're going to do a separate podcast about them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do because we went there.
I've been there myself in the past, but it's a separate vlog from what we do.
Was it okay?
So disappointed.
You were disappointed?
Yeah, so we were in front of Roddy. I've not seen it in the past. I think
Okay.
it's probably about 95.
Oh.
That's Windows 95.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, same mill. And it was off. Sutton?
Sefton, yeah.
Sefton was a nice pub.
Yeah,
I know.
no complaint.
It was pretty quiet, but it clearly had some work done to it.
Yeah.
Refurb.
I thought it was a Spoons at first and I was like,
Yeah. Well, I said to Stephen, I said, this is like not market Wetherspoons.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
But obviously, it was twice the price of it. Wetherspoons.
Are you on the plum porter?
No, this
No,
is the
this is
vocational chocolate
nice.
style. It's very rich, but it's not too heavy, is it?
No, it's got a good balance.
Yeah.
I mean,
We gave it a 4.75 out of 5, which is our highest score
It's a
today.
beautiful beer.
But anyway, thank you so much.
Yeah, well, thank you.
It's really nice to meet you.
Great to meet you. It's great to meet someone who's into the real ales as much as
It's
we
all
are.
I drink. Can't drink anything else.
That's why we're here, isn't it? At the end of the day. Special place.
This is why I do what I do because I love. I mean, he got me into this, and I can't go back.
You vlogging?
But I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hang on it. Gagging them.
Not everyone's getting out of it.
Fox.
Hello, the
Hello.
What's
What's it going on? What's it going on?
My YouTube.
YouTube, what's YouTube?
Stephen J Presents.
Hello, YouTube. Graham.
Stephen J Presents.
Stephen J. Percent. Alright. Get in. Oh, the dog's gone off. Oh
Oh, say goodbye.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. It's nice to meet someone who's
Yes,
into this.
that's
as much
what's
as
your
you.
name, sorry?
Antoinette.
Antoinette.
Oh, what a great name.
Eccentric parent. Everyone calls me Nettie.
Antoinette.
Thank you for
Well, cheers to Antoinette.
Cheers. Great people,
Cheers.
great cast.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Whoa, there's a sunshine there. Right, we're having a picnic.
Yeah.
Why are we having a picnic? What are we doing here?
Well, we've finished now.
So this is where we are. Had fucking time, haven't we?
Yeah. The Cricks has been a special place to end, but we knew that would be the case. It is like a diamond. In the Northwest, you gotta try hard to find the greatness.
Yeah.
So we know now that the Lamb, the Cricks, and the Turks are the standout places. We knew that already, but we've just proved it. We could have gone to more places than we did, but we need to be a little bit picky about where we're going.
Let's explain this now for the audience. His knowledge is second to none. So, are you able to join us more?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we are going to cover the entire St Helens district
Yes.
of pubs. It's quite wide, so it covers Newton Willows, Earlstown, Rainford, Wiston, Rainhill, and we need to go and see those pubs. So what we're going to do is Stephen's going to post this video.
So
This will be the town centre video.
yes,
But to get the better scope of what's going on here, we need you to see the St Helens district video, and that'll be coming soon in the next few months.
yes.
And then-
Months?
Whenever it comes out.
Yes. Again, timescales.
We'll give you a full report of the best places with the best beer,
Yeah.
and then you'll see that. But St Helens town centre is not the end of the story.
Looking for the hidden gems. There is no end point, and it's hard to articulate that when it comes to pub tours. It's easy to do pub tours that are like, let's fire them off, but when you're looking for quality, it takes time and patience. And yes, I thank you everyone who's subscribed. Thank you everyone for who's been there, and thank you to you as well.
Yeah, we met some great people today, so thank you.
Oh yeah,
You've-
I mean, this is the first time you've actually been in this scenario, because I've been telling him in private how people, they come to me and talk to me while I'm on the tours, and he wonders why it takes so long to do these pub tours and edit them. There's so much to talk
Well,
about.
it's all good attention. To the people who saw us today and came and said hello to us, thank you.
Thank you.
And we will see you very soon in Newton and Willows.
Yes, and if you're in
And
Newton
beyond.
Willows, we're coming for you.
Coming for you.
We're coming for you, if you like it or not, and he's watching. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, man.
See you soon.
Anyway,
Bye-bye.
see you soon, and subscribe, and follow Spitting Feathers, and go to the station tap as well.
Ciao.
Ciao.